Well, you know, when we identified the list of strategies that nurses use that sit on the right side of that framework next to the sharp end, one of the strategies we identified was something we called stacking. And every nurse knows what stacking is. They know what the stack is. It's that list of things you carry around in your head that you know you have to get finished before you leave, that you want to get finished before you leave, and it's based on what you believe are either needs of the unit, needs of your patients, the routines we have around here about how we deliver care and what we do. So as soon as the nurse comes on, probably while they're driving to work, they've got the list starting right in their head. Okay, I'm going to get there, I'm going to do this and that. When we looked at nurses and asked them about what they were thinking, it was very clear that they're carrying around this list in their head about what things need to be accomplished on the shift. But what we also learned is they may start out with a certain list, but it is always being added to, being shortened, elongated. It's being reprioritized, reorganized as the nurse goes throughout the shift and picks up different cues up from patients and their status, or from how the unit's running and what their responsibilities are to other people, that this list will constantly be reorganized based on what's going on at the time. Often reorganized because of some unpredictable thing. You had an empty bed, but you're getting an admit in 30 minutes. So reprioritizing of the list. And what we've discovered as we talk to experienced nurses and as we talk to novice nurses is the factors that affect their decision making around ordering that list and what they prioritize is a real discriminator based on how much experience they have. Experienced nurses, they may get a little hectic and frustrated with what's going on, but they rarely doubt what the order of the list should be, or how quickly they're going to get to something, or they have no qualms at all about all of a sudden picking something out of the list, pitching it and saying, that's just not going to get done today. But the issue with experienced nurses is they do that knowing all of the consequences, ramifications, and the fact that that's not going to compromise patient care. Novices, we learn, make their list. They don't as easily reprioritize the list. They have a little bit rougher time giving it up. Definitely reflects Patricia Benner's work in terms of being routinized, more linear in their decision making, wanting to just get tasks finished. So their list isn't as pliable. They can't mess with it as much. Well, the problem with that is certain cues and certain factors can arise during a shift that just for patient safety reasons, just for being able to accomplish the work down the road, that list needs to be shaken up a little bit. And that's what experience brings, how to manage and how to reprioritize that list. So when we see novices who graduate at the top of their class from nursing, but then get out into where they're practicing, into a complex adaptive system where they're needing to really be as adaptable as the things that are going around them, they'll take a year to 2 years before they'll tell you, at least this is what we're finding in the study we're doing now on stacking, before they've got it. And when they say they've got it, they don't mean that they're able to diagnose certain diseases, or they're able to put in a central line and take care of it, or some procedure. What they mean is they can manage the complexity and they can organize and prioritize their work and feel like they've given good care. They can stack very well. So we think that's an important strategy, and what we're trying to do now is build a knowledge base around what are the principles that experienced nurses use to reorder and prioritize that stack. If they throw out things, what are the principles they're using to say that's going to go and it doesn't matter? If they shoot something to the top of the list, what are the principles operating there that made that go to the top of the list? Because what we really believe is we can't make an experienced nurse by the time they finish nursing school, but we think we can teach them certain principles to at least consider and add to their decision making when they're deciding what to do next or where to go.